But here you go. We got Robert and myself.
How's it going?
Robert's trying to put Shockwave in gun mode.
Been failing miserably at it.
He had to bring out the instructions. He said he only did it once and put it on his desk.
It's not going good. It's not going good at all.
And that's why we're here. We're messing with the product. We got was this Dark of the Moon, tank mode, Shockwave. We got Transformers Prime Shockwave. We got Transformers Animated Shockwave, and we have MP Masterpiece Shockwave over here. And in this box we have Quakewave. I'm assuming you opened it already?
Yes, it is open. It can be opened up.
So we'll get into that later on. And we'll just wait for Robert to finish transforming them.
Hopefully it transforms.
We got Ramjet in the big box over here. That box is huge, actually. I mean,
And there's nothing in that box.
it's
It's
just
literally a figure and 2 guns and a pilot. That's it.
and no stand, right?
No stands.
No stand.
Stands are actually now non-existent. They do not exist
For Takara.
for Takara until probably the Chinese once again start making the KOs of the stands.
And I got a little Ramjet over here. I don't know what line this is from. Generation? No?
Generations, yeah.
Generations. And his transformation is pretty simple. It's basically like the other Seekers in that line. Let me get to it. If I remember how, actually.
It ain't Shockwave, okay?
I'm having problems. Oh yeah, you gotta flip this panel down. Or it looks like this one. No, it comes up. Oh, the front panel comes down. Then you flip out the hands or arms.
Now you're getting old when you have to bust up.
The instructions, yeah. Well, you just have to be careful. I mean, like
Careful is.
Like I wouldn't want to mess up a figure. I would have to go online or try to read the instructions pick by pick. Let's see, I forgot. Okay, so I got this head turn. Yeah, this head turn. Don't mind the noise in the background. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
We'll get to explaining that one later on.
I don't know what that was supposed to mean. Family friendly.
Of where we're at. So yeah, for once I was actually not being perverted.
Oh, okay.
You put it into a perverted reference.
Alright, so here's his little blasters. I think. Oh, his little feet come down on the bottom. And I think his wings go back? I don't know. How does his wings go back? He's on the side?
It's supposed to be, yeah, pretty much like, yeah, just like you got it.
There you go. Got him. Now you see that? Got him. And I ain't done yet.
Almost done.
Almost done. He's almost done.
I think I got it right here. 20 more seconds. Okay.
So after messing around with that, how do you like the figure itself?
Alright. To be perfectly honest, it's a Takara masterpiece. It is nice. I will not deny myself of that. My only tip with it is this was built for, let's just call it a little person.
A little person.
The gun, I guess you could say we have gotten spoiled with the other third-party companies that are coming out with Shock Blast, Shockwave, whatever you want to call them. So we've got spoiled to nice, really big guns. This is on a lot, I mean, well, not necessarily a lot, but a decently smaller size scale compared to what we have been accustomed to the past 2 rounds that have come our way. It is a nice figure. But it is small, and we'll get to that in just a second on why it's small and how it is small. And I believe I am actually done. Okay, there we go. And no, I do not have batteries in mine.
And you have all the accessories that come with it.
Yes,
It's in this box over there. I'm trying to figure this guy out. I haven't done it since the movie. And what year was that? 2009?
That was 2009-ish, yeah.
Yeah, 2009, 2010. It's been on my shelf. It's collecting dust.
As you can tell, it's very important to look at. It's collecting dust.
Oh, something. It looks like I got a leg out. No, that doesn't come out. I really forgot how to do this. I'm just pulling out pieces and
We are getting old.
oh, this comes out. This looks like it comes out. This looks like it's tabbed in. Oh, yeah, it was tabbed in.
It was tabbed.
So let's see. Now we can pull out the legs. That's what this legs. This looks like it goes around.
Probably should stop the camera because we're illiterate on the figures.
Legs come down. This looks like it's front. I'm almost there. It looks like I'm almost there.
Alright.
I guess these are his heels. Head has to turn because he's looking backwards.
Okay. Are we actually ready to fire this one out now?
Yeah, go ahead and pull that one out. Alright. Get that one going.
What do you want me to put it in? Gun robot or
What's it in now?
plain mode right now?
Yeah, let's start off with plain mode and we'll get to it. I'm just trying to figure this. Oh, okay. This one has to flip. Got it, guys. Got it. I think.
You have that much trouble with it, really?
You just have to line up the pegs and get them in the hole. There you go. Got it. I was confused because his cannon is on his right arm. But like all the cannons here are on his left arm.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He is actually in robot mode.
He's in robot mode,
I
okay.
apologize, sir.
Alright, we can leave him in robot mode. It doesn't have any missiles. There you go. Okay. What do you have, the automorph technology, or what do you call it?
What they was all.
MechTech.
MechTech.
MechTech, that's what it was. Look at the MechTech technology. Got him. Okay. So here's the box for Quakewave, and here's the box for Ramjet. Let's see. Huge difference. Put this box in front of this box, you can see there's still this extra room on the side. It's about the same height. It looks the same height, yeah.
Good thing about the Seekers though, the Seekers boxes have all been the same size. Luckily.
Same height. This one's skinnier, as you can tell. Oops, sorry. Huge plastic casing, just robot mode and his thrusters, whatever you call it, missiles. And this is quick blast packaging. So basically, this one's taller, and it looks like Sakar's version is a little wider too. Oh, he's pretty heavy.
It's diecast, baby.
All right, so that's it. That's what we got right now. We're gonna cut to commercial, and we'll get back at it. When am I getting Ramjet, you ask? Hopefully this week. I gotta see what I'm dealing with first when I get paid.
There you go.
Alright, so wow, I like this little setup we got here. It's actually pretty nice. Hopefully we'll have more of these videos with other figures and stuff. I know who's the next masterpiece coming out? Ratchet?
That'd be Ratchet.
Ratchet,
and for third party we've got Stomp coming out. Actually, Fans Project Stomp is the next one.
is that
That is the Brachiosaurus.
the last one?
Yeah, well, we still have Grimlock coming out, which is kind of going to be a very big hit or miss, being the fact that now we're on the 5th or 6th iteration of Grimlock. So, but it is fans project, so more than likely, I know for sure I will be picking it up, purchasing it on the account just to finish the fans toys. Actually, I totally screwed up. Fans toys set, actually, just to make the set complete. And well, unfortunately, Hasbro's or Takara's Grimlock will be put on the shelf somewhere of the misfit toys, should we say.
Now, there's always that debate between third party and original. Let's pop it up. We got a third party figure right here, actually. Now, by picking that up, it was pretty heavy. All that die cast. I mean, I held it before, but there's a lot of die cast in that one.
And it says clearly on the box G1 style, which is pretty truthful. It is very, very close to the G1-esque figurine. This figure does have batteries installed, and we will blind the camera for a brief second.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And so
this one can't do it. It has the little, what do you call it on those little plastic things on the back?
Light piping is what it's called.
Light piping.
Pretty sure we just ruined the whole entire shot just with the eyeball alone. It is that bright, actually.
Well, he does have. Let me move these figures to the side.
It does come with 2 connectors. Take your pick on how long you want. Also, with this one is either top, bottom, or top that you can choose from on where his line goes.
Same with this one. You can. This one's on top, and then you can switch his arm around. Then you got it on the bottom as well.
Yes.
You do have a light on this one, right here on the cannon part. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. I think it's like fading in and out. It fades in and fades.
You do have options with that figure of how you would like it to. As you can tell, it does trumpet a little bit.
Side by side, this one's a lot bulkier. You can already tell, especially in the leg area. This one, not so much.
This thing will take a good rattling on your shelf if it happens to get bumped, or you own cats, for example. I know that's a common complaint when an animal runs by with some figures. This figure pretty much could survive an earthquake and still be standing on your shelf.
Now again, there's that debate. You got third party, you got original. Like me, third party stuff, mainly because they're just way too much for me. For me they are, personally. They're way too much. You got almost $200 a figure. That one almost cost $200.
No? Incorrect.
No?
Incorrect. There is a story to this figure. It's basically part of a rumor mill, but this figure was originally supposed to be $200.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking.
Originally $200. And what happened was Takara had already announced that they were coming out with their version of Shockwave, correct? And so basically they threw it on the table and said, hey, we'll let it go for a low price of $79 or $89.99, and it floored out everywhere. It sold out everywhere. Yes. For people that wanted a cheap, effective, good-looking Shockwave, this was it right here. As the rumor mill goes, basically, from what we understand, Cloud9 possibly did not want to get sued by Hasbro, so they let them for that cheap and to get rid of them out of their warehouses. And if you're lucky enough to find someone that was selling them, a lot of companies refused to sell this because of possibly getting punished by Takara and Tommy. Some people sold them, some people didn't. It just depended on what retailer you went to. I was lucky enough to find someone that was selling it in my area, not overseas. We're not going to mention names here, but it is quite apparent that someone did sell some to us. But here you go. Here's the end result. It is a great figure. Most fans have purchased the Takara version, but are still keeping this little guy just because of how he looks. His weight, the die cast, it is a great figure.
Now, there is the other one, Quakewave. We don't have that figure here, actually.
No, unfortunately not.
But
I am in the process of moving right now. I do have both iterations, actually all three iterations of him. I have version 1, the Ed Bomber exclusive gray version, and the version 2, as they call it. And the only difference between version 2 and version 1 is this right here. It's got a more flexible tubing. That's pretty much about it. And then there was the darker color and then tune colors. And the third one, which is the clear version, the clear plastic. I have yet to purchase that. It is on my waiting list to be purchased, but it is quite pricey. That does hold a $199.99 price range, unfortunately.
now, a lot of people, I was even considering getting Quakewave because I wasn't too sure if they were going to come out with the Takara version. So I was looking everywhere for Quakewave. Oh, his chest lights up. Oh, too bad. It looks like he has light. But yeah,
it's quite.
I was looking for him everywhere, but people were selling them for almost $500. Like really? Like when they first came out, they're like what, 180?
180. I think the lowest you could purchase them for was I think
almost 200.
169, 179. Yeah.
Almost 200. That's what I'm telling you. But people were trying to buy them, but people were selling them for over $500. That's why later on they did a version 2, and then they announced they were going to come out with one, and then they actually announced that they were coming out with the official one. So good thing I waited. Good thing I didn't spend that $500.
I spent the money. I'm the sucker, should we say? But I am happy. I am an incredibly huge Shockwave fan to begin with. So all it does is add to the collection inside my case. So it's not being wasted, should we say?
So far, this is my Shockwave collection. I don't have any.
Which is a good collection. It's a good start. You're missing a G1.
Yeah.
I'm missing a G1 as well, so I'm on that same boat.
They also have that. Yeah, they have that Radio Shack one too.
Well, I do have a Shockwave.
Shockwave. There you go. Yeah.
I do have a Shockwave. Okay.
You get a tough time putting the hose on them?
Yeah, it's finally on now, and I'm about to transform them in a second.
All right, and again, we're going to take a little quick break. We're just going to pop into the other scene, but we'll be right back. Don't mind my Transformers cup.
It's my work cup. Apparently, I'm more professional. I hide my cup behind boxes.
Yeah, mine's behind the box.
Okay.
So you got it all?
Yes.
So that is huge.
Yes, this is a lot different. It does come with two different front barrels. This is known as the Fans Toys barrel to emulate the one Fans Toys came out with, and it has decided not to work with me right now. But pretty much this, I had to connect the tube. This is pretty much what the Fans Toys version looks like. This is probably what got them in some a decent amount of trouble. Is this is pretty much one for one the G1-esque style right here, which fans loved and fans hated at the same time, because if you're not careful on putting it together, it will snap your barrel off this hand in seconds, and it's not easy to replace. A lot of people have already been super gluing their barrel back to the Shockwave's hands due to that. Oh, and I put the wrong cord on there. Okay. All right. I believe, Julio, you're going to attempt to.
Well, I don't want to transform them just yet. I'm going to go and put mine in robot mode.
Okay.
Is his waist supposed to be that?
Yes, it is.
That loose?
It's supposed to be a flex waist. Yes.
And does his? Because my head goes down. Does his head stay in place?
You have to tug it. Unfortunately, you do have to tug it.
Tug it up, or
tug it hard. Yeah, there you go.
I got his waist.
Okay. Tug it. There you go. Just tug it. Tug it.
Oops.
Not that hard. Okay.
Okay, his head came off.
I guess so.
Oh, well, it did lock in place.
It did lock in place. Okay, there you go. So now just put it, and then, nope. Okay. Put it in there, and now you gotta.
It looks like it's
There we go.
I guess if you're not careful, you're going to get some stretch marks around that neck.
Yes.
So be careful.
Initially after the first time you do click it in, it gets a lot more smoother. I do know that for a fact. After I did it on mine actually I had the same problem. My head flew right off. After the first time though, it gets a lot easier. Not necessarily to say wobbly, but I think it's just I believe they call it flash on the plastic. It needs to break off a little bit. Other than that, there you go.
Okay.
Not that part. That part.
Let's see.
Unfortunately, with him, he did not come with a stand like our nice Takara version. But as you can obviously tell, just the size difference right there. From tip to tip right there, you can tell a pretty big difference between the two.
I like that nice ratchet set.
Yes, that is one good thing about the car. As you can tell, like I said, if you can pick him up for $79, under $100, it's a well placed buy. It's also something to run around the house with and reenact scenes if you're a 35-year-old man. So there you go. He technically does light up. The trigger does not, unfortunately. You can turn this on. Julio obviously is having difficulties. You can turn this on. Unfortunately, you do have to pop it off, flip the switch, and then put the barrel back on. It's not exactly easy. I've got a couple seconds since this man over here next to me is attempting to transform his faster than I did mine. So I will demonstrate lighting in the barrel. As soon as I can get this off, without breaking my barrel. This is what I'm talking about right here. It wasn't no problem, unfortunately. Oh well. As I like to say la vie. Okay. Alright. I would like to thank Julio for not letting us film the transformation, because I do at least know from my mouth there will be about 20 odd something 4 little words coming out of my mouth while I transform. some of these characters, unfortunately. It's a force of habit. So, and I don't know how good this is going to show up on camera, but that's pretty much what it is right there. So there you go. And I'll leave that burning for a little bit. You can, in a little bit of darker light, you can see it peer through the actual barrel itself, and it is quite nice. I will say. Let's see if this works right here. And it's not going to stay. It does have a thin handle, a little bit, but for the normal size human hand, it does fit quite nice. Versus this little one where I can barely get to the trigger. I feel like I'm Dr. No on trying to grab this finger. I would like to grab it with my pinky, or Dr. Pinky likes to say, I guess. There you have it.
I'm almost there.
You're almost there?
No.
Let's say you're getting it done faster than I did. Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's because I had to ratchet it up.
You're doing it a lot faster than I did mine. So. I'm really trying to catch myself from cursing right now. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't have that expensive technology where I beep things, so. Something, I know these connect. Oh, I have it backwards.
You have backwards, right? It's also the mode that we also, as kid-wise, we were quite used to, because this is a very common lost piece amongst many kids back in the 80s. Unfortunately, this thing happens to, as big as it is, always tend to disappear or get eaten by the dog or get buried somewhere in the backyard. So most of the time we ended up being stuck with this, as well as the infamous battery cover as well, too, was always lost. The good thing now is with the adult toys, as we call them, we have to use screwdrivers in order to take out the battery cover, so which is nice. But back in the 80s, back in the golden era, it was just a little clip-on piece where you put the batteries, and that was another common lost part of Shockwave. Thank you, technology, and thank you, Hasbro, Dakar, and other third-party companies to make our wonderful grown-up toys now.
I think I got it.
You got it.
I think so.
You got it. Can you actually touch the trigger?
I can touch the trigger. This little thing you can't see. I don't know if you can see it. But I do have batteries in them. There you go.
Oh wow, that is a beautiful purple. And it does not, unfortunately, make the noise. No. Yeah, but there's no noise.
Oh.
No, none of them have noise.
No noise. I made that noise.
So there you go for Shockwave.
Yeah, I mean, no, I like it. I like it a lot. I never had the G1 version, and this is the closest thing you're gonna get.
If you were known as the poor kid back in the day, you would get a Shockwave, but most of the time it was Shockwave, which was the Radio Shack's version of.
Why is that? Was it cheaper?
It was a lot cheaper and a lot easier to find. Yes, it was a lot easier to find. Back in the day, I'm older than you, so I can say this firsthand. You could find a Radio Shack at every single corner in your city. So you would go in, and parents would find that transformer known as Gun Robo, if I remember correctly. It was a lot cheaper versus the Hasbro version, and well, it was just as much fun. It made the same noise. It was just colored gray.
So it does take 2 AAA batteries in the back of his chest or backpack, whatever, his back, and for the there's another battery housing right here, and it takes 2 of the what was it, LR44, which is you just have to find that. I don't remember what the actual size of the button battery was. But it's LR44. It says it right inside. If you open it, it'll say LR44, and you need to.
Most commonly found at any local grocery store. No, unfortunately not.
No stand.
It is found in any grocery store, usually in the hearing aid section. Go to your local battery. Go to your local grocery store. You go and look for the batteries. Look around where usually there'll be sections, the hearing aid section. Those are what commonly used. LR44s are used for. So pretty cheap. Usually for a 6-pack, it's usually about $45. And so lifetime supply.
So this one's a little longer. You can tell. I have it the back end to the front, and you can already tell there's this much space right here.
It feels hefty.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of top heavy right here at the back. I guess most of his die-cast parts are in his legs.
Shockwave, laser wave, whatever you want to call them, does come with a lot more accessories.
Oh, here you go.
As you can obviously tell, he does come with 2 straight hands to salute Megatron, a clear barrel, a clear right fist, and then a solid left fist, actually. The reason for this left fist is this is where his barrel is supposed to go, actually. There were some episodes, I believe it's 1, that he actually has 2 hands instead of a hand in a barrel. So Takara was nice enough to go ahead and throw that into.
Does it open too?
It does just open and close. Just simple open and close, just to grip whatever you want to have them hold.
How come they didn't make a clear left one?
That is a good question,
Well,
actually.
clear left one. There's no clear left one.
No clear left one.
Yeah, but no, it's cool. It's cool. Which one do you prefer, actually? The solid purple or the clear?
I actually need to swap it out. I have not gotten around to it. It was just something I was in a hurry for. I would prefer the clear barrel and the actual solid hand. And then this is right here, the greatest little add-on Takara could have thrown in ever. It's a miniature version, just like some of the jets used to come with a Megatron gun. This is an actual Shockwave gun. So you can reenact some of the scenes from the actual series. And also, too, they included it because there is a wonderful scene that Shockwave, I guess you could say, plays with himself.
He's holding himself.
He's holding himself.
What? How's that even possible?
A wonderful mishap from the 80s, should we say.
Ah, okay.
So, there we go.
That looks like that's it for Shockwave. We are going to get to Ramjet over here. Again, if you don't have this figure, go buy it. Go buy it.
It is worth the price. It is actually worth the price. In the end, it's worth the price.
No, they still selling those around? Or?
If you can find them, there are some retailers that still have a few. I do know one, TF Direct, still has these in stock. They might still be on pre-order. They were waiting for a restock for these to come in. They are still selling quite well. For people that don't want to pay the $159.99 price of this guy. He is a bit pricey. He does come with a lot of accessories, a lot of wonderful accessories at that too. But if you want a lower price version that's just as good, and if you're also a fan of diecast, there you go. This thing is just that might.
Yeah.
This version is just as good if you want to go down that route, as well as Fans Toys. Fans Toys version has dropped down in price. I believe now it's at $119. So if you want to go with that version, you're welcome to it. You have 3 different versions to choose from. This one lately though, I will admit, is harder to get right now because of how low the price is. You do not pay anywhere past $79.99. If it is past that, go ahead and cut it as a lost cause. It was meant to be that price. It should not be going up in price. If you want to take the gamble, go ahead, but pay no more than $79.99 for this guy.
And that will do it for Shockwave.
Good.
And we'll be right back with Ramjet. And we are back. Alright, so as you already noticed, we're going to go ahead and start talking about Ramjet over here since we already did these figures. So we'll put these off to the side. Again, this one was Shockwave Prime. No, wait. Prime?
Animated.
Animated. Sorry, this one was Prime. I was looking at that one while I was saying that one. Now, with this one, I don't really like the plastic add-on. Well, they're not even plastic. They're like
A rubber.
a rubber, yeah. Get this shit. Or get this stuff on.
There you go.
But, you know, and then you got Dark of the Moon, and then you got Mp Shockwave, and you got Quake Blast over here. So we'll put those off to the side. We got Masterpiece that's Masterpiece, as you can tell. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Generations we talked about?
Yeah, Generations, yeah. Generations. Which was actually pretty good figure, actually. Yes.
Oh, I forgot to separate the blades.
Alright, so here we are. So here we go. We have the Masterpiece Ramjet. Word of advice. This, how do I explain this? These jets have a little bit of history with being exclusives. This originally was supposed to be a Tommy Takara exclusive, mall exclusive for the Japanese market only. You can only purchase it on their mall.com website or actually in their malls, their locations in malls in Japan. This actually threw a uproar with the Transformers community, mainly because this is the first Conehead that we have gotten into
Conehead.
So they originally said, okay, we're not going to go ahead and make this a mall exclusive. We'll go ahead and make it a mass release for the masses. They have run into some severe problems with getting this figure out to everyone. It is technically still limited right now. It is getting shipped to a lot of the major retailers that everyone purchases their Transformers from. Give it time. I would suggest do not pay the secondary market prices. He does retail for $179.99. He is a pricey little guy, and what he comes with, unfortunately, is what you're looking at right now. It is basically one huge, large box, two cannons on his back, and a little pilot, which is pretty much invisible. It's a clear figure, so I didn't even bring it out. It's roughly about this big. It's not
Lost it because it's invisible.
It's not going to show up also on camera, so I said leave it in the box.
What do you usually do with those little figures? I just keep them in the
Well,
cockpit.
I keep them in the cockpit, but this version you can actually not keep them in the cockpit because, as you can tell, you can see his cockpit. With the original MP11 mold, it would fold up, and voila, the little pilot would be kind of like, I guess you could say, like a Veritech, be piloting the robot. Little inside joke there. He is coming out. Have patience. Is basically about the best way I can say it. I know you are receiving him very soon. I know your patience is driving you mad.
I'd rather wait because there's so much.
Okay,
right now.
there you go. There you go.
I'm trying to get one, but funds aren't there yet. I'm still working on it.
I've been a good little boy this month,
but I know I have to get it.
There you go.
So that's.
He is, like I said, he is getting to the retailers. Give it time. But on a side note, do not wait on this figure. If you are wanting this figure, get this figure. There were some complications when it came to the MP11 mold for Skywarp, where he was readily available everywhere for a little while. And then a couple of months passed by. And he is hitting now the $450 range. Do not let him go.
If you miss out, you're going to pay that
don't
much
let
later on.
Ramjet do the same thing to you. I know a lot of people are crying foul on Skywarp. Get him while you can, just in case he does hit that limited release that Takara, told us was not going to happen, but ended up happening, unfortunately. He is a great figure. I will do some of the transformations on screen to show you what the difference is between the MP11 mold and the MP11 Conehead mold. There is one severe difference on this mold that makes it pretty different from the original MP11 mold.
So right off the bat, beautiful in person. He's really. There's no words. I don't even have words, but it's beautiful. I like it in person. And a little bit, I can't wait to get my hands on this guy. So he is the MP11NR. Was the NR?
We do not know what that means. We have been asking around what in the heck NR stands for. I have been using the words new release, I guess you could say. New rendition. We don't know. No one knows what the NR stands for, but it actually is MP11NR, and then Ramjet is his name. No one knows what the NR. If you do know, please leave it in the comments section, please, because it would like to be finally solved.
And his name is not really Shockwave on the box.
No, it's not. It is not.
What was that?
Destron Laser Wave.
Laser Wave, yeah.
Yeah, his name is not Shockwave.
Is that his Japanese name?
Laser Wave is his Japanese counterpart, yes. So, all right.
So we're going to take a little break, and then we'll get to this figure here in a bit.
Okay. So, cut to a commercial real quick here. We'll cut to editing part. Basically, I'm roughly about 90% finished here. So I went ahead and left the key part to show everyone on screen of how in the heck Takara was going to make a Conehead out of the MP11 mold. Whoever did this is just pure genius. I don't know who the actual designer was, but they, from an MP11 mold, did something so simple that I would never even thought was possible. And the way they created an MP out of the MP11 mold to make a Conehead was as easily as this. Usually with the normal MP11 mold, this folds up. There's no head there. The head is actually connected to this part right here, right where his head is. Folds into the actual main frame of the actual jet. With the Conehead, it's slightly different and about one, turn, I guess, one move to transform it more. So here we are. This is the difference between the MP11 mold and the MP11NR mold. Is this turns around.
What?
Yes. Then his head turns around to that way.
I can see that now. Oh.
There you go. There you go. And voila, connects down, connects, and connects. This is sometimes a little bit of a pain. There we go. And
that is awesome how they did that.
I hope someone got a raise for doing that one. And that's it right there. Oops, I didn't connect that part.
Do you think that was one of the main reasons why we didn't get them before?
There is no answer to that. No one knows why it has taken Takara so long to make a Conehead, an MP Conehead. Fans have been clamoring, crying, whining, whatever you want to call it, for an actual Conehead mold. No one knows why Takara took so long. We have one finally, thank God.
And we should be getting two more.
We will be getting two more.
This one's already coming out.
Word around the rumor mill is it will be Dirge is next, and then Thrust will be the final one. I do know with Thrust it probably will be a little bit more intricate on the account of his wings. but if they can already pull this one out of the bag with those huge wings,
finally in my hand.
we'll have it. These little guys right here, I believe they are missiles or drop missiles, if I stand corrected. If they're not, please comment, make me feel like a moron. These little guys, they did a nice little trick of in making this compatible with the MP11 mold, which is they go on the ion blasters by disconnecting and going actually on the actual. If I can get this correctly, I'm terrible at this part. Again, like I said, I'm terrible at this part. Okay. I might not have much luck with this one this time. Let's see here.
Alright, so it does come apart.
Yes, it does come apart.
It looks like it comes apart, but I don't know.
I
don't want to break it.
I have actually not had much play with these yet. It's just something, unfortunately, I've been a little bit busy, like the rest of the world, have to work and stuff and whatnot, so I haven't had much time. There we go again. Haven't had much time to play with this part of the actual figure. I'm probably not going to do it right now, actually, because I'm getting.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, so what it's supposed to do is it is supposed to, without busting the instructions out, it will slip onto the gun. And I believe I already have it backwards already. Yeah, I have it completely backwards. Okay. Alright. So it slips on to the actual ion blaster. Slips on, and then okay, and then there we go. I do have it completely backwards right now, but that is how they figured it out right there. It is supposed to, yes, I do know it is supposed to be back here. I've always had trouble with the MP11 guns on popping off.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I didn't like about it, because you have to position it a certain way to get it out of the way when transforming it.
Exactly, and they had a high tendency of always popping off. But so there you go, just a small description on how it's supposed to look. Like I said, I do know it's supposed to be farther back. I'm just not going to fiddle with it right now. Or Julio's going to fiddle with it.
I'm going to see what I can do.
So, do not let it slip out of your hands, seriously. Pick up the figure as soon as possible. I do know there is one, you're talking about the ball. There is one company that has it in stock right now. Trying not to be biased or anything. Nope, unfortunately not.
Oh, really?
They're waiting on their shipment like every other company.
There's you're right.
That is supposedly has theirs in stock right now. I have not checked their website in a couple days, so I do not know if they have them still in stock or not. They might be sold out. Like I said, it is possible. It is a limited run figure. So pick it up while you can, and the second you see the Dirge pre-orders come up.
I gotta do that, because I almost missed on pre-ordering on this one.
A lot of people unfortunately missed out on pre-ordering this figure. Pre-order. Also helps out your local retail stores that you pick your figures up from. Pre-ordering shows the numbers and the volume of what the companies need to produce. So pre-ordering is always a good thing. Many different, a lot of different websites have options if you want to pay now or pay when the actual figure arrives. It gives you a little bit of time. So it's just a matter of what you fancy. If you want to pay for it now or pay for it when it arrives, you have options out there. So, that's why I'm not being biased with groups right now, or companies. Here in where we film at, Austin, Texas, we have some favoritism going on here. It's a local company, shop local as we call it. It is being displayed by Julio right here on his shirt. ToyDojo.com. But
I think I got it. It looks like
yeah, you got it.
The pegs, like pegging so little holes on the beam.
There you go. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll have to mess with it.
but
Oh,
someone wanted to fiddle with it, and well, we got it. There we go. He got it, should we say? So there you go. There's, like I said, unfortunately, he does not come with much. We are hoping that eventually there is a third party or a Chinese company that will make
wasn't
a stand.
there Iger who was doing
Iger.
back then or something?
Back then, and then there's another company that supposedly is going to make the jets. They are apparently going to be larger, like the MP3 scale.
There's nothing wrong with those. That size.
There's nothing wrong with that size. That company that had said that they were going to be making the cone heads has gone completely MIA. There has been no word from them after they put their sample production pictures up or test shot figures shots up. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they are sure as hell quiet right now. I think they were probably waiting for the MP11 Ramjet to come out to see what the competition is possibly, or they might be possibly under a cease and desist order. Anything's possible. So, but hey, we have 2 more to go. Hopefully, the next 2 will not have as much of an uproar as this figure did. And we'll hopefully get them before the end of the year is what we're hoping for. But it does seem that Takara has been popping out a figure, at least 1 figure per month. Kind of awesome for the fans. Really painful on your wallet. I think everyone's wallet, as everyone has been describing.
But they're worth it, especially official products. They're worth it.
They are worth it. So, can't complain really too much. We have gone in the previous years of months without an MP figure. So it is kind of a nice thing. Most of the figures that have been coming out have been under the $100 range, which recently would have been Rodimus as well as Ironhide. They are usually under the $100 mark. These are big boy toys. These are adult toys that we know we're going to spend the money on. I think at least reasonably under $100 a month is fair game. It's not too bad. We do have these right here where they're $169, $179. It definitely hurts the pocketbook. It is worth it. It sucks if it's over the $200 range and it's a limited release. You have to have the figure now before it sells out, and you'll be paying the third party, the secondary market prices. So that's the part that does hurt on your wallet. With the under $100 figures, usually you can score those, 2 or 3 months from now without them worrying about being sold out. Unless, of course, it's a limited release. But I have noticed Takara's really trying not to do that anymore, actually. So, and there you have it. So
there you have it.
These are the 2 most recent releases.
Well, we will do more. Hopefully we can get more viewers on this page, on our YouTube page. So all in all, after messing with these figures, what would you rate this one in your personal preference, or in your own opinion? From 1 to 10, 10 being the highest.
Oh, me? Being the fact for Shockwave, I would say 7. And that's a nice 7. It's being, I would even go possibly as far as an 8. We have had 2 iterations of him before we actually had a MP release. If we did not have 2 third-party releases prior to him, this thing would have scored an easy 11. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I do know there were some licensing issues with Shockwave when it comes to Takara. I do understand that's why they had to wait. They also had to go through different tests for the electronics. Electronics, unfortunately, had to go through health codes and stuff and whatnot. So I understand. But had there not been 2 iterations of Shockwave before the actual official release, he would score an easy 10. I am spoiled to the third-party companies on what they gave us prior. I'll go ahead and say an 8.
Me, simple as that, 10.
Well,
that was
you're on the bias, right? Because this is your first Shockwave.
Like I said, I'm a huge Transformers fan, and the Masterpiece line it's in its name. It's their masterpiece. I mean, I don't know. It's just I like all the figures that are in the Masterpiece line, and it's not just because it's my first figure, but I just like all the Masterpiece figures in that line. What about that one? 1 through 10.
1 through 10. Well, I will go ahead and give it I'll give it a 9. Only because I can't even count of how many MP11 molds I own. I pretty much own every one that has come out. It could be an easy 10. I will admit there are a little bit of flaws on this. Mainly correct pegging. I think that's possibly due to the usage of the MP11 molds so much that there is some stuff that does not peg completely correct. It does not affect transformation. It does not affect the actual figure. It is a great figure. I'll give it a 9, mainly also too on the account of Takara. Thanks a lot for making this figure. Thanks a lot also for making it such a hard to find release and driving the fans to some highly irritable moods, should we say. But y'all they did great. They blew this out of the water. We waited long enough for it, and job well done.
Me, solid 10. Same reason for this. Well, there you have it. Join us next time. There will be a next time for sure. After doing this whole setup, I feel like this is going to work, and showing you, the viewers, about all these new figures that are coming out. We're not just going to be doing, Takara stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of figures that are coming out, third-party figures coming out. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for watching. It's been a long night for us, but we actually got it covered. So thank you. Peace.
Peace. Till next time.